Hi Gemini, I'm Anisha. You can also write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. You can also visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. And this is your monthly forecast for February 2013, the month of love. Geminians, we start this month with a part of your chart that has to do with learning. It has to do with travel. It also has to do with meeting new people. We have your ninth house that is highlighted with Venus. The lovely Venus is going to be transiting it, and every year for a couple of weeks, Venus transits this part of your chart. And Venus, as we all know, is the goddess of love, beauty, and sex, and she also rules money. Venus is going to be coming and she's going to be making you want to pack your bags and go for a little voyage or a little travel. A lot of you could be traveling internationally, a lot of you could be making plans to travel with friends. A lot of you could also be applying for universities. It's a great time for you to be, if you've been wanting to add a degree or a skill to your current course set, it's a great time to be supplementing your education, Geminians. Also, for those of you parents who are looking for a great university for your children, this could be a time where you will be able to identify a great university for your children. So it's a great and a brilliant time where you have complete planetary support with you. This is also a great time to be taking a religious voyage. A lot of you will be wanting to, or could be seeking more. A lot of you will be wanting to sort of just go on a spiritual retreat. It's a good time to be doing that as well with your friends. We have your 10th house that is lit up with Mars, and Mars, as we all know, is a planet of energy, vitality, and some amount of aggression as well. And your 10th house covers your career, your reputation, how it is that people perceive you, how it is that you are perceived at work. A lot of appreciation, a lot of accolades over there as well. So we have we have Mars that is going to be coming up and making you take action. Now, you may be sitting and planning on a couple of projects for quite some time. This is a great time, Geminians, to be implementing them. You will be all those ideas that you have been brimming with, all those plans that you have been making since the last few months. This is a great time to be implementing those plans. You will be heard. So this is not really a great time to be going out and sort of making, not just presentations, I would think, but it's not a great time to be sitting and introspecting or planning or thinking that this is what I should be doing. This is a time for action. And Mars is going to be lending its entire planetary support to you in order to be completing this task for you, Geminians. We also have the Mercury retrograde. Your ruling planet, Mercury, Geminians, starts to go retrograde around the 18th of February. And we all know the Mercury retrograde drill by now. Try not to buy an expensive or a big ticket item during the retrograde. The retrograde period lasts for 3 weeks. Try to be very watchful about your communication, be it written, spoken, or an SMS. Also, be very careful about the contracts, the deals that you're going to be signing. There could be some delays as far as travel is concerned. There could be some glitches. It could be some miscommunication. You may have thought that this is the flight that has got booked or the hotel booking that has got done, and there could be some amount of a technical failure as well that is expected during a retrograde. I often tell people, it is not as if the sky will fall on your head should you go and buy something expensive, but it's mostly found that post a retrograde is over, either you could have bought something at a better price, or it could have been, you know, technically you could have found something more advanced or a better piece. So it's always wiser, especially like I said, if it's a big ticket item, try and wait it out till the time the Mercury retrograde is over. Also, take special care of your mechanical equipment. So, your cars, your mobiles, ensure that they are serviced at this point of time. During a Mercury retrograde, you have the maximum breakdowns as well, vehicular breakdowns as well. So, ensure that you have your backups ready with you and you have all your insurance papers and everything. Nothing drastic or bad, really, but you could just have a mechanical failure of sorts. Something that you've not anticipated or something you've just been careless about. Now we have had Saturn that has been transiting your sixth house. Your sixth house is all about health. It's about day-to-day chores. It is about wanting to fix things and getting discipline in day-to-day order, Geminians. And even though you're a witty and a very chatty planet, you're quite famous for your procrastination or sort of wanting to, or a tendency to swing from one piece of work to another. So Saturn, when it goes retrograde, and Saturn, like I have spoken in great detail in my January video, she's a planet of really a disciplinarian planet, and yes, Saturn is a feminine energy, and she's all about responsibility. She's about accountability, and Saturn is asking you to look, pause, and revise as to what is it that needs to be transformed in your life, in your day to day chores. Is there a discipline that is lacking? Is there an accountability that you need to be giving more? Is there a responsibility that you're shirking off? So try and be very watchful of these patterns. And during a retrograde, it's really a time where like I said, Saturn is a planet of action and it's a planet of movement. So she's not asking you to move and she's not asking you to do something about it, but she's asking you to contemplate. During a retrograde, it's always wise not to move. It's always a great time to sort of look at your plans, how far you have come, where is it that you want to go. And it's a good time to look at even health issues. If you've been on a certain medication, it is not working for you, maybe it's time for you to be visiting another doctor. For some of you, if it has to do with your exercise regime, it's not working for you and you've been carrying on doing the same exercise, maybe it's time that you tried an alternative way of exercising, maybe yoga, maybe pilates, maybe a change of diet. So something needs to be looked at carefully at this point of time, so do that. Also, Saturn, whenever that she comes and she highlights, and for you Saturn is there, she's doing the 2.5 transit in your sixth house, and during the retrograde she's just going to be highlighting things that could have lapsed or they could have sort of fallen in the loop and you have not taken any action. They've just sort of, things have been there's no discipline around it, things that need to be fixed. So it's a great time, Geminians, to have a good look at it. Also, this could be a time where some of you could feel a little creatively blocked. So try and finish a lot of your creative work, your important work, things where you need to be taking action, signing contracts. From 1st to 18th February, it's a great time to be doing that. Post 18th, just wait for the retrograde to go. If of course it is an old project that you're working, if it's an old document that you're signing or you're working on, that's quite all right. However, avoid initiating anything new. Also, for those of you who are appearing for job interviews post 18th February, another 3 weeks, try not to negotiate your salary during that point of time. Try to stall it. Usually, around again a retrograde, things don't last. That is because a retrograde normally indicates that we do not have the complete information at that point of time. So, again, nothing drastic or nothing bad happens, but it's just that you may not be having the complete information on that particular job that you could be applying for. So take care this month, Geminians. Overall, looks like a great month. A lot of socializing with friends, a lot of travel. I see a lot of you traveling to beautiful cities and even to beautiful countries. So overall, a nice month. Enjoy yourself and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next month.